All right, guys, welcome to Rockford Films. This week is an unplanned episode. So last week I released a video showing the studio off a little bit and what I've been doing, and I've gotten multiple messages by multiple people that are driving me nuts wanting to know how I made the sound panels DIY. So I wasn't really planning on doing this video this week, but I guess I'm going to go ahead and do that, and that's coming up next. All right, guys, so basically it goes like this. There's just a few steps to making these sound panels. You're just going to need a few supplies first, and they will be in the description below. Hopefully I'll have some links in there too. I've not made that yet, but I mean, I can see that actually being a possibility. So I made a list of what we're going to need, and so I'll have those pop up on the screen in just a minute. 4 foot by 2 foot, 2-inch rigid fiberglass panels. You do not have to use the 2-inch. If you need 1-inch, 3-inch, there's different depths on these things, and the 2-inch worked pretty well for me, and it's what I had. I tried to spend as little as possible. I already bought these years ago. Just kind of reused them, repurposed them. 1-inch by 2-inch furring strip boards. Had a bunch of those sitting around. You can pick these up at pretty much any local hardware store that sells lumber. They're pretty inexpensive, maybe 8-foot pieces, $1.50. Just do the measurements on how many of these you want to make. Here's a key thing, and this is one of those things that once you get it, you're going to use it for everything because it's so cool. It's the 3M Super 77 Multi-Purpose Spray Adhesive. Love this stuff, use it on a lot of things. And then here's the last part. Whatever color you may want, you're going to need breathable fabric. And I say breathable because what's the purpose of putting leather or something else that's not a breathable fabric up there so that it can just reflect sound back? The whole purpose of making these, I mean, unless you just wanted to make them for looks alone, they should look nice, but the breathable fabric will be what you're going to want. So I think I used some kind of cotton blend, and if I were to go up to those pieces and yell at them, they're going to, they're going to just absorb the sound. They're not going to bounce it back at me. So, additional material you may need. If you don't own a staple gun at Staples, that may be something that you need. And we used a finishing gun to nail things in there. You could probably use screws if you wanted to. It's up to you. You might want to pre-drill those holes though, because that furring strip's pretty thin and it may bust. So just a little heads up there. Oh, by the way, thanks Kenny Green for helping me build these. Couldn't have done it without you, bud, because actually you probably did 99% of everything while I held the camera. You throw the 2 foot by 4 foot rigid fiberglass panel down. This could get you itchy, but we just ignored that and pretended like it wouldn't. And then we came up with our furring boards that we pre-cut. We set those up there, lined those up, and then we lined those up, and then we nailed those in with some finishing nails. Once we did that, we cut some strips for the back. I used the 2-inch fiber glass panels, and so they kind of wanted to push out the back of that 1-inch by 2-inch because it spreads a little bit. So I cut some strips of material and put behind that and glued those down. Stapled one side, put some glue on it, pulled it across, and then stapled the other side, and then cut off the excess. Cut a piece of material I thought would work, and then I just worked my way around the edges, pulling it tightly and working my way around with staples. Double checking from time to time that I had it right. Don't just start stapling away. You might have to pull them back out. And we did that a few times. We came back and we realized that we'd messed up. We pulled some staples back out, pulled it tight again, and then kept going. Hardest part is the corners. I honestly can't tell you a great way to get the corners. Kenny seemed to do a pretty good job. He's been covering things for years. But I know that kind of cutting the excess and then pulling and piecing there, eventually you'll get it. Took him a couple times. It would have taken me all day. And the little flap that was left over at the end, we left a little bit of that, and we sprayed a little bit of glue down, and then we just pushed it down. And once we did that, it sticks really, really well. There's no little pieces trying to stick out from the backing and all that. And basically, that's how they were made. I got some hanging hooks for the back of it, and then I just, put bolts to the wall. But that's pretty much the gist of this whole thing. It was a very simple process. It took a little bit of time. Luckily, I had a good space to do it here at the studio. And I already had all the tools, had all the materials. It really didn't cost me much. I think I had to buy the glue because I ran out. Well, all right, guys. Thanks for watching this quick tutorial. I hope it was helpful in some way, shape, or form. It should have been fast. It should have been dirty. It should have been done. Until next time, peace out.